The Volvo 850 and many other older Volvos have really proven their reliability over the decades. In the case of this car in particular, the indestructible, infamous 5-cylinder engine is certainly worth noting. These cars were built for reliability, safety, and long-term service, not planned obsolescence. There's not really any high-tech firmware or computer screens that go out of date. Besides that, there's a certain pride in keeping something old alive and using it daily, primarily when you take pride in its function and design. But of course, it's not always sunshine and rainbows. Even reliable old Volvos need service and repair. Things wear out simply from age, if not neglect. But that's just something that makes seeing these cars on the road even more meaningful, and that goes for all old cars, I think. There's also freedom from new car worries. No financing, major depreciation, warranty battles, or fear of the odd door ding, as unfortunate still that would be. Nothing like a newer $40,000 vehicle. In Canada, our winters fight hard, with heavy snow and far below freezing temperatures. But Volvos were built to endure Swedish winters also, so they can endure anything, right? Driving an older Volvo, you sort of blend in on the road as a regular vehicle to most people, but there's still a good community, and many special eyes that will still spot and appreciate an old Volvo that's still on the road, unique in its special Volvo way. Speaking of the Volvo community, it thrives strongly. Many forums and groups of Volvo enthusiasts ready to share their experience, information, and their adventures. Dollar for dollar, in the right situation, you can find yourself with a comparable car in ride quality, feature, and function for the 10th of a price of something new off the lot. It's not for everyone, but for some, there's nothing better. Keep in mind, abuse, neglect, or cheap fixes can come back to bite you if you unknowingly purchase a vehicle that's had somewhat of a rough past. These Volvos are tough though, and often owned by people who appreciate them and take care of them. Enthusiasts still want old Volvos, and most are still carrying strong reputations, so you can usually resell without huge losses, if any at all. In most cases, there's still plenty of aftermarket and used parts available. But of course, some trim pieces, electronics, and specialty items are getting harder to source. The 850 is a strong platform though, with performance modifications and upgrades available if you do want to level up your ride quality. This is probably thanks to the turbo and R850s. Mine is naturally aspirated, meaning no turbo, so not as sporty, but I like that simplicity and it's perfect for my daily driver needs. You know what I also absolutely love about this old Volvo? Still have the good visibility that these older 90s and early 2000s and older cars offer. Big windows, thin pillars, and great sightlines. Still, some added peace of mind due to Volvo's safety orientation. And it's a pretty roomy cabin compared to some modern compact cars. And you have the legendary Volvo seats that are great for long road trips. These 850s and even older Volvos are super solid highway cruisers that are comfortable and stable at highway speeds. For the 850s, Volvo used good galvanizing methods, tend to hold up well from getting rust when they're taken care of. While a Volvo like this one is still technically a luxury brand, cars like these are less risky to own. In the sense, like a breakdown or issues doesn't always cost thousands like it can as much in a new car. I have heard of old wiring and connections sometimes causing minor issues that are then harder to track down where they're coming from. But that's not enough to be a deal breaker for me. But let me know your experiences down below. Already you guys have shared a lot of really solid and positive experiences. The character and nostalgia of these cars is a huge portion of ownership, aside from the practicality, frugality, etc. The boxy, clean lines never go out of style, and there's a certain understated charm to them. Getting behind the wheel takes you to a different era, and like a recent commenter stated, old cars are the closest thing to a real time machine. Unfortunately though, some areas restrict older vehicles due to emissions regulations. But where I live, I've never experienced anything like this, so it's not my area of expertise. Buying a car like this in cash is also one less bank or finance contract to have on record or on the back of your mind in a world of insurance, rent, bills, mortgage, and subscriptions. No tracking data being recorded as you run your errands, and zero updates, screen bugs, or glitches. You're not tied into dealer networks or service or financing like I've hinted. No GPS tracking, driver monitoring, or over-the-air data collection. No seatbelt buzzers, lane departure beeps, or warning screen telling you to keep your hands on the wheel when they are. While maintained, even if you get something newer, a Volvo like this is a great backup vehicle. Maybe you need to teach your kid to drive. These vehicles can be tough enough to take mistakes, but still simple enough to understand and learn on, while still offering some safety and driver connection. I know people love them, so I'm not here to talk bad on anybody's preferences, but for me, not having a keyless or push-button start system to act up is just another added simplicity. But each option, of course, has its bonuses. Personally, in a vehicle like this, I love the mix of luxury but analog feel. I don't carry the the key fob I have for this Volvo at the moment for the power locks. Just one simple, solid key for everything. Owning a Volvo can feel like you're part of a long tradition of people who love practical, safe, and uniquely plain old super cool cars. Let me know if you've had any experience with older Volvos down below and what you're daily driving today. If you've made it this far, you're the best. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, safe driving.